If you're in the JJK community, anime community, you've probably seen the new information that Gege has dropped and the resurgence of the potential man meme and the potential manga meme and the grievances and the gripes of how the JJK manga has ended.
This nigga is trash!
When you see this meme, you probably have two reactions. Either you think it's the funniest shit ever, or you think it's some bullshit. I think it's the funniest shit ever. Agenda may be the greatest and the worst things to come out the anime community. There's always a little bit of truth to these jokes and memes, even if they are somewhat wrong or disingenuous. I feel like the catalyst of the potential manga and the grievances of JJK is the potential man meme, which has some valid points to it. When you think about it, what dragged you into JJK? Was it the hype moments and aura? Or was it the story and the lore? Some people like the combat system. Some people just are fucking freaks and they saw some Gooner clip or something. I don't know. When you look at an anime like One Piece, you may say it's too long or whatever, but the people who have watched it will never say it does not have good lore or characters or character interactions. So when people see the potential of a manga like JJK, where it has a good setup for characters and lore and world building, and when JJK ended and it had damn near none of that, you can see why people are mad. Spoilers, obviously. Spoilers, man. First off, Megumi, potential man himself, is probably one of the more interesting characters in the beginning of JJK. And none of the things that people kind of gassed up for the potential man to actually happen, because this meme was created before JJK ended, you can see that damn near none of that shit fucking became a thing. But look at this. The potential to rival Gojo. Did not rival Gojo. His completed domain will go crazy. Did not get a completed domain. He will eventually hit a Black Flash too. Which is crazy because how did Nobara and Yuji hit a Black Flash? Or if you count Meguna as Megumi, then I guess he hit a Black Flash, but you can't really, I personally don't consider that as a real Black Flash. Can't wait for him when he finds out about Toji. He found out about Toji. He didn't give a singular fuck. And just wait until he comes back. He came back in the last like 5 chapters of the manga. Not even. Now imagine this is your favorite character and you see all this and you see the potential of this character. And you go, huh, the story's banging right now. The plot hitting. The characters hitting so far. The villains hitting. Crazy. And the side characters are hidden. You would imagine that it will continue to go this way until the end of the story, or you would at least hope that would be the case, right? But unfortunately for JJK, that was not the case. The build-up to Gojo vs. Sukuna, probably one of the best build-ups in new gen anime and manga. We had his sealing in Shibuya. Then we had the finding a solution for Gojo to get out in the Culling Games. Introduced Angel, that fraud. You will never be Nobara. Introduced all these extra characters and whatnot. And then when he finally gets out, it's this big event, a well-built up to event. And everybody knows how Gojo vs. Sukuna went. One of the better fights in the series. But do you know why that fight was so great? Is because the build-up in the information, in the story, the characters involved with the fight have been built upon. The entire manga has been building to that fight. So imagine when you have all this build-up for all these other cool things and it just doesn't happen. Megumi, he fights a dude named Register, damn near dies to fodder, and then gets taken over, has to kill his sister, and then gets abused for fucking 50 chapters, gets hit with limited voids, fucking binding vows, damn near becomes brain dead, almost gives up. People did not like that shit. All that just to come back in the last 2 chapters and do damn near nothing. And speaking of the last couple chapters, after Gojo and Sukuna ended, there's 5 chapters left to wrap up the entire story. Another reason why it's called potential manga. Then you have Nobara. It's hinted in Shibuya that she possibly could be alive, which it's not an asshole. I personally believe it's not an asshole that she came back, but it's just the way that they handled it. What do you mean? It's hinted that she can come back. She is possibly alive just to get the final hit on Sukuna, which is fine, and then nothing else happens. That's literally her character. Her character is the shock value of, oh, she's still alive. I love this character, and nothing else. None of her storylines get resolved through a fucking letter. She doesn't meet her mom or whatever, and she's just another victim of hype moments in aura. Then you have the Heian era. Oh my god, the Heian era is gonna be so insane. That flashback is gonna be so crazy. All we got was Kashimo talking to the void for 30 seconds. We got the Sky Lady, I forgot her name, talking about the 5-star generals. Ooh, all that for nothing. The only characters from the Heian era die before dropping some lore. Never got the flashback. We never got any other information on like how Sukuna's supposed to be so strong. or whatever. All we got was a single panel talking about the 5-star generals, a little bit of hype moments in Aura when Sukuna fought Megumi's sister, and our imagination. And he said, cook with that and go fuck yourself. That stupid fucking one-eyed cat. Or you can see why people call this the potential manga. And now with this new information that Gege is giving us, it feels like a slap in the face because he says, I think, like, bro, you wrote the manga. This is your manga. Fuck you mean? Like what? And you would think with Toto being a pretty big character in the story, his mentor, Yuki, who was one of the 4 special grade sorcerers, would have an interaction between him and Toto. But all we get is a 30-second cutscene of Yuki first meeting Toto, asking the same question he asked Megumi, and that's it. So you're telling me Toto, who's a pretty big character in the story, Yuki, who seemed like a pretty big character in the story, they will just never have a character interaction? Like, come on, Gege. You know you're tripping. And then Megumi and Sumiki. It's built up for Mr. Potential Man to see his sister, save his sister. Him and his sister have an interaction. She gets taken over. Like, come on, man. Some bullshit. Now let's talk about the time skip. So you're telling me Gege had the perfect opportunity to have a chill little segment of just character interactions and training. You know, things that everybody likes and enjoys to see in most anime. And you're telling me he just skipped over it and then have tiny flashbacks going back to those character interactions? Which that doesn't even happen for real. So it's kind of hard for JJK to beat the potential manga allegation. So when you think about it, would you rather have an anime and manga that reaches its very limited potential, but it explores that very limited potential, or to have a manga where it has the highest potential, one of the highest potentials that a series can have, and it doesn't meet it? Toji is the only Kyoto school student, damn near Kyoto character that isn't a fraud. All of them are, except for Mekamaru. Mekamaru's the goat. We fuck with Mekamaru. Don't even get me started with Miwa. She has this badass moment against Kenjaku that it gets completely shit on to where she can never swing a blade again. Then she has this badass aura farming moment where she's walking through the destruction of one of the Culling game areas. All that for nothing. The setup was for nothing and the payoff didn't happen. We didn't get a single Hikari interaction with any of the other students for real. We didn't get a Miguel and Yuta interaction. And maybe the most egregious violation that this manga has committed, Panda became Chopper 2.0. Now, imagine all this with the leak culture of JJK, the hype moments in Aura. I was there. I was staying up. I remember September 24th. I was a proud Gojo defender. I thought that nigga was so fucking goated. But do you know why people thought Gojo was goated and why people fuck with Sukuna? Because their setup for their fight was crazy and the payoff was insane. The potential was there and the payoff from the potential was extravagant, great. I'm using words I never used before. All right, bro, I'm not a phase adapter, bro. Should JJK get the hate that it gets? Who knows? Do I think it's overrated? No. Do I think it's underrated? No. Do I like the ending? Not really. But all you can really do is just appreciate what you got and hope that this doesn't happen to other series. If you fuck with the video, please like and subscribe. I need that shit. Comment what I should talk about next. Please subscribe. I'm begging you on my knees.
My mom is kind of homeless.
I just need to get paid off this video, man.